Hey, welcome guys to another episode of the Coastal Bros. Let me bring in my bros right now. First off, we got Joey Two Wallets, and we also gonna have the man himself, Big Boys, back tonight. All right. Uh, Not sure if we'll hear from Raisa Romero. He might be on. He might not. I'm not. Told him to come on if he can. But like like always, please, if you can follow the crew, right? Big Chief Daddy 75 on Twitter. Joey Two Wallets on Twitter. We're still working on Big Boy getting the Twitter name in a bit. Be working on that soon. You can also follow us. Like I said, if you're watching this right now on YouTube, click that link, hit that subscribe button, share this link out, share it out to everybody. We much appreciate it. If you follow on Twitter, like I said, go to Facebook, go to YouTube, follow us on there, like, subscribe, and share. So what's going on, guys? How are we doing tonight?
Uh, Not too well. My Rangers are down a point. It's an elimination game.
Yes, it is. So let's talk here. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk hockey first because I have a feeling a certain topic that we were doing off like a couple days ago, I might get overwhelmed. So I'll wait for that. But for right now, we put that broom away. We'll talk about your abs in a minute. Rangers are facing elimination against the Penguins. We're watching this game as we speak right now. Rangers are up. Rangers are down 1-0. However, the Rangers in the first 2 minutes of the game, big boy, we're down two players. Pittsburgh was up a two-man advantage in the first minute and a half of the game, and they were able to survive that. So I thought the crowd was coming in, but it looks like Two Wallets has the Stanley Cup East winner coming out of this game, this particular series. So I'm not quite sure about that one. I've seen a lot of great hockey the last few days. What's going on with the Rangers? What are you thinking?
For starters, we got to be more disciplined. We're giving them way too many power plays. 2 games ago, we gave them like 3 power plays within 8 minutes of each other. That is a no-go. You're putting a lot of strain on a goalie, putting a lot of strain on your defense. And speaking of the goalie, I'm sorry, but they got Igor's number. He should not be touching the ice at all. Giving up 4-point goals, where do they do that at? And also, defensively, only 3 people on that Penguins team is taking care of us, and that's Russ. I can't even say the dude's last name, but his first name is Jake. I want to say his name is like Gootzil. And Crosby. You find a way to slow those 3 down, their production is cut in half.
Yes, exactly.
We need to be more aggressive, keep the puck on their side of the ice, and we also need to win those face-offs. We losing too many face-offs. There's a lot of what we got to do, and we just got to get to it, man. It's win or go home.
Yes. When I thought this series was going to be a little bit more even matched. I thought, okay, maybe this will be going to be 2-2, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. But it looks like Pittsburgh just a little over. Like they got something, and hey, we'll see what happens. Can the Rangers bounce back? They will. It's obviously they got to win tonight. They're at home. Let's hope they force a game 6. It'll be very, very interesting because hey, more hockey. So, all right. So let's get to it right here real quick. The only sweep of the series of the playoff series was Two Wallets' Colorado Avalanche sweeping the Nashville Predators. Your Avs look good. The reason why I picked them to be in the cup, be in that Stanley Cup final, because there's nothing stopping this team. I don't even know who can stop this team right now. What are you thinking about your Avs right now, man?
Okay, so I've noticed a style watching most of the highlights. In the 90s, when they got the championship, they were the fastest, trying to be the most physical outskirt and best shooting from distance on the team. This is the fastest team in the postseason right now. if they pick up the aggression, even though they just swept, if they pick up the aggression and the goaltending stays the same, my prediction may come true.
All right. Well, okay. So they're going to be playing the winner of the Minnesota Wilds and St. Louis Blues. Right now, St. Louis leads this 3-2. So we'll see what happens. They played. I believe they played tonight. Um, Later on, They play tonight. Like I said, I like the Blues. I think the Blues did win this one. So, but let's get into now. We'll do this. The defending champs, Tampa Bay Lightning, are one loss away from going home from being a new crown. Let me tell you something. Last night's game was crazy. I was watching this game, going around with our friend, tweeting along with our friend SoCal, who's a big Toronto Maple Leaf fan. And I was saying, I had said Tampa in 6 because Tampa is the second, my home team. Not my favorite team, but because where I'm at in Florida, I figured I'll just go with Tampa because they're right down the street, sort of. So but the way this games have been going back and forth, I think Toronto has everything to play for. They play a lot. They play rough at home, so I knew that the Tampa going in there and winning that game was going to be hard. But Tampa came out 2-0, boom, bang, and then Toronto just came out 4 straight goals, and then Tampa tied it, and then Toronto wins it at the very end. This was a crazy game. One of the best game 5s I've ever seen for a long time. I still like Tampa to win this game, but I think this is going 7. I really do think that this game is going back to Toronto, and it's going to be an all-out slugfest, another high-scoring game, which I like now. But I like the rules now because before hockey used to be like a 1-0 games. Now it's they brought up the scoring ever since they came back from that lockout era, and it's really interesting. And playoff hockey is different. Let me tell you, playoff hockey got me in a clinch all day long, all night long. It's probably the best playoffs that I think of all sports. I think hockey, watching it, and especially when your team is down 1 or up 2 or up 1 with 4 minutes to go, but you can see how fast they score now. It's like, you think every shot could be that game-winning lead, tying one, or take the lead shot, or extending the lead. It's like it is crazy. Which brings me to my next team, the LA Kings, playing spoilers, won a great game 5 in Edmonton last night, which was tremendous. Because here's a team that stole game 1, got outscored. Was it 14? I want to say. Let me get this stat real quick. Where I look in game. So if I look in right here, one second, guys. So outscored 14-2 after stealing game 1 to come back and do a shutout the very next night, and then to still one in this last game in game 5 to go back to LA to clinch clinch it, go to the next round. They're not supposed to win, but let me tell you, you talk about Crosby in the Pittsburgh Rangers game. Connor McDavid, I've seen now get the puck from one end, go all the way down through four King defenders and score. Last night he did everything he could to keep the Oilers from not losing this game, to the point where in overtime he got caught in a change, was so tired, and that's how he got beat, and the Kings won in overtime. But it It is a great game. So now here's my question to both of you guys.
Mm.
What's more exciting? A game 5 in or a game 7?
I feel like a game 5 is more exciting.
You can elaborate a little bit?
A game 5 can send it home right then and there. Game 7, you already went the distance. But a game 5 could pull it out for somebody out of nowhere and just end it right then and there. It's more heart staking of a loss than a game 7, you ask me. Because at least you got 7, at least you can say you got 2 game 7. You pulled it out all the way. But at game 5, everything's still on the line. Everything is still just as alive. I love a good game 5.
Yeah, I gotta say, game 5 to me as well. I think game 5 for me is because I've seen a lot of game 7s that are like boring to me. Like they're not lived up to the hype. Don't get me wrong, there's some good game 7s. I got a couple baseball game 7s. I can do the Diamondbacks Yankees game 7. I can do the Marlins Indians game 7. I can do the Dodgers Astros was game 7. But to me, game 5 is the pivotal game because you want to win this game. And sometimes this game is so much more that the last 2 games, especially game 6, is a little lackluster because depending on how this game went, you could have gotten your soul taken out of you. Like you just get, you give everything you can in game 7. What about you two, Wallace? What do you like in game 5 or game 7?
I was shocked. I was so shocked that both of y'all said game 5. I was like, I'm just gonna leave this up to Twitter. I want to see what Twitter says. If you're watching, go out on Twitter. What is more exciting, game 5 or game 7? When game 5 comes about, I'm only gonna say this. Look at what just happened to the team we're playing against in the NBA. Not to switch sports or anything.
No, this is an everyday topic. You can do for all the series: NHL, NBA, MLB. Those are the game 5s. Hold on 1 second, real quick.
Mhm.
We got Mr. Greek coming in. He's
Hey,
here.
guys.
Hey, how you doing? All right,
Fastest in ladies control, man.
that's okay. That's all right. We have this topic going on right now, and we're gonna get two hours explanation. What is better, game 5 or game 7s?
Well, let's get Romero here if you don't mind.
Okay, Romero, what do you like better more? Oh, by the way, we have Anthony Price has said game 7, your last game, is on the line. What are you thinking, game 5s or game 7s?
I'm with Anthony on that, man. It doesn't get any better than a game 7.
Explain.
Everything on the line.
Explain a little bit more. Can you elaborate a little more?
I mean, just from dramatic standpoint, game 7s for all the marbles. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Okay. So we got 2 game 7s, 2 game 5s.
All right, let me if you don't mind, let me give you my quick explanation.
All right.
Just to go on with what Anthony and what do we got today? Is it Ramon? Oh, okay, Greek. Okay.
Greek geek.
Okay, so you have to understand what we just saw in the Miami-Philadelphia Sixers series. Sixers are saying, okay, they beat us. Now all we got to do is go home. When you got game 7, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. In the NBA, I see it more than not. You will see guys put it all on the line. They will take their heart and they will. I'll never forget, I saw Draymond go for a triple-double, a 25-point triple-double in a game 7. We've never seen that dude score more than 10 points. But I remember he went nuts in the game 7. There's something special about game 7s. I'll never forget D Wade beating the Hornets from the corner on a 3 in a game 7.
I didn't finish it.
I mean, didn't we see Kawhi beat the 76ers over Joel Embiid on a game 7? There's just. Does anybody remember Kawhi's face after he hit that? There's just something special about game 7.
Yeah, I'm not saying that game 7s aren't special. I mean, I still remember Edgar Renteria hitting that base hit and Craig Counsell running down third base with his arms in the air as they win game 7 against the Indians, and win the World Series. I still remember Luis Gonzalez up the middle, in between Rivera's legs, how the Boston going nuts in Yankee Stadium, beating them. And unfortunately the Astros cheating their way in game 7 against the Dodgers. So, I mean, I just think as far as what I saw yesterday, especially in the NHL, we saw 5 game 5s, and every one of those games were so tight and so much, like, I honestly was like chest grabbing fear of who's gonna win, and so good that I'm just like, those game 5s were almost as well good as game 7. So it got me thinking. That's why I'm like, this game 5, because I think you put everything on your line, because you want to have, especially if you're that team that has a game 6 at home, you're putting everything you can in that game 5 to get that home court, home ice advantage, home field advantage at home to clinch, because Staples Center, I'm gonna call it Staples Center, crypto.com, whatever you want to call it,
Staples Center.
It's gonna be rocking tomorrow night again with the Kings. The fact that the Kings could play spoiler. They're not supposed to be here. I didn't have them winning this series. I said in the beginning, I said they're a young team. Let's mess everything up. That's what they said. They said, we're going to go in there and mess everything up. That's what Dustin Brown said. That's why I know he retired. Tell Kopitar, let's go mess everything up. We're not supposed to be here. Same thing with Toronto. Toronto's been the best team in the East. They could eliminate the two-time defending champs at home. That's why Tampa Bay wanted this win so bad in Toronto, because now they got to go back to Toronto to go to game 7.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Anthony. Game 5, you're still in the playoffs. After 7, you go home.
That's not always true. Some people can get swept. My team is in game 5 right now. If they lose, they go home.
Correct. So this is if you're 2-2. If you're in 2-2 series, in a 2-2 series,
there's still hope.
There's still hope. But I think you want to win more. Obviously, you want to win game 7, especially if it's the championship game. But
yeah, I mean, game 5 is obviously pivotal.
Very pivotal.
But there's nothing like game 7. It's do or die. I
think it's, what was it? I think I saw a stat yesterday that was 80% of the teams that won game 5 in the 2-2 series tie in the NHL playoffs have won the whole series, have won the series.
It's a key game. Yeah.
So I think it's a keyer game. All right. So, but hey. All right. So now we'll go with this next topic right here. We're going to switch to a little NBA. Before we get to the games, are we happy with Jokic winning back-to-back NBA MVPs? Who wants to go first?
Yes. I'm okay with it. I'm highly okay with it.
No, I want to hear this dude down here.
Romero, you want to go?
You want to hear the Greek geek?
Let's see the Greek geek. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, after much deliberation, looking at his numbers, I mean, he accomplished something that not many guys have. I think it was to get the stat line, but essentially it was a substantial amount of points, rebounds, and assists. Historically, I mean, that's never been done from what I read. But in reality, I've always said that they should hold off on the MVP until the season is over. I understand it's a regular season award, and it's primarily about what you did in the regular season. But I see Joey smiling over there. Joel Embiid. You know where I'm going with this, Joey.
He holding a sign that says "I told you."
All right, Joey. All right. Joel Embiid deserved that MVP award.
Here we go.
Because his team is still battling. He's still battling. Jokic, in his defense, he didn't have Murray all season. And like I said, he had a great season statistically. But if you take everything into account, I think Joel Embiid probably should have received the MVP award this year. Because Jokic got it last year, and you got to spread the wealth, man. It's in the NBA's best interest to kind of spread the MVP award around, because you don't want to keep giving it to the same guy. Because if we're being honest, back in the day when Jordan played, you could have given the award to Jordan pretty much every year. However, the NBA, the commissioner back then, David Stern, was smart enough to realize that if we did that, that kind of takes away from the game. Also, what's Joey talking about? Is he muted?
He's muted. He's muted. He's muted.
Is he pantomiming? What's going on?
He's muted right now. He's muted right now. So, Jokic averaged 31 points. It was 13 rebounds. I'm looking at right here. If I got the breakdown as far as the MVP votes went, 65 votes went to Jokic, 26 went to Embiid, 9 went for Giannis. Second place votes, 27 went to Jokic, 39 to Embiid, 32 for Giannis. Devin Booker got 1 second place vote, and Luka got 1 second place vote. Third place vote, Joel Embiid got 34 third place votes. Giannis got 52 third place votes.
So just to add to that, Jokic, his stat line was 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. So I get it. The voters looked at that, and they decided that he had earned the award. But like I said, it is subjective. The MVP is subjective, because if you asked me, honestly, who I would take right now as my MVP, it would be the Greek Freak. Every year, the last 2 seasons, anyways. So it's subjective. At the end of the day, these voters, they're biased. Depending on what part of the country, they're from, what guys they like. The media doesn't like certain guys, and that's a known fact, and that unfortunately does factor into the voting process. So now I want to hear what Joey has to say.
All right, so we're all gonna be muted so we can hear what Joey has to say. I'm gonna unmute Joey in a minute. All right, so 1 second here. All right, Two Wallets, your turn to shine.
I want to know what Big Boy has to say. Go ahead. What's Big Boy have to
first? Say? Okay, we'll mute you first again. All right, Big Boy.
I'm super okay with Jokic getting this MVP. I know you want to spread the wealth, Greek geek, but wealth is earned in today's day and age. And what is that line? He earned it. And you know what? I'm throwing this out there too. I'm appreciating the fact that the NBA is appreciating their bigs a bit more, because we need some more bigs that can change the game the way they do. And the man be balling crazy, outrageous. Who out there helping him? Because that's actually there's a lot of injuries for the people who's supposed to be helping them. I'm just saying, you take Jokic off of that team, do you think they still winning some games? Are they going to the playoffs or are they going to the lottery draft?
Well, here, look. If Denver doesn't get any help next year, he'll get MVP for 3 times in a row, like Larry Bird. I'm thinking that might be right. Because he needs some help. So
I concur. The man's doing literally all he can, all game, every game. He is lifting his team to new heights. Let's
yeah,
face it. Can you name me any other person on that roster outside of Murray? And did they have Otto Porter Jr. or some
yeah,
Porter Jr.?
yeah.
Was that Michael Porter Jr. or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's Michael.
Anybody else on that team we can recognize?
I don't know. I can only way I can do that is pulling up the stats, saying, okay, these are the rosters I got.
DeMarcus Cousins, Michael Porter Jr. You had Jamal Murray, and then Barton. I forget Barton's first name, but he's a really good player. Yeah, Barton's a really good player.
He comes and goes with the win.
And last one, none of us said it, and I just remembered it. Aaron Gordon.
He still plays?
Yeah, slam dunk champ. He's their best defender.
Wow.
Aaron Gordon has been good since he left here, but hey, that's just my thing. But all right. So my opinion is best ability is availability, and if Joel Embiid wasn't hurt all the time, he probably would have got it. I think I actually liked Devin Booker. I was hoping he would actually get higher votes than what he got. I mean, I like the guard. I like guards to get it. Guards are good, especially the point guards. I think that's like the quarterback, right? Because it's like I said, right? It's like this quarter. That's like right here. So that's like the NFL giving it to MVP to quarterbacks, giving it to somebody else, which is true because when's a running back gonna get an MVP vote? Or get the MVP? When is it somebody else gonna go? The defensive player gonna get it? It's always that's why I don't like it when it's called most valuable player because the most valuable player could be somebody other than your quarterback or other than your big center because it's the valuable is if this guy is hurt, if this guy is out, then you aren't going to do good. Now, if you want to name this MVP now the most outstanding award player, then go ahead. Make it a mop. Most outstanding player. That's your new award. That's your award for your MVPs because yes, Jokic was valuable because there ain't nobody else on that team, right? But other players, that are smaller markets are valuable. The outstanding player, my most outstanding player was Giannis. See what I'm saying? That's my outstanding player. That's I think that should have got the MVP or the new award. Let's get rid of the MVP, get rid of the valuable because your valuable player was Derrick Henry for the Titans because we saw what happened when he got hurt. You played well, but if a fresh Derrick Henry, you guys don't lose in Cincinnati, right? That's your valuable player. That's not your outstanding player. Aaron Rodgers can be your outstanding player all you want. Throw the stats up. LeBron James can be your outstanding player. Michael Jordan can be your outstanding player. That's the flair. That's the guy that sells tickets. That's the guy that people want to see. But that's not your most valuable player because your most valuable player is another guy that you call, if we don't have him, we losing. Who's the most valuable player for the Lakers? It wasn't LeBron. It was AD. Healthy AD, they get higher. Clippers, Kawhi. No Kawhi this year. So I personally think that's how the outstanding award should go. But we are going to let now two wallets have the floor. Let's have it.
All right. Big boy, I think we agree too much. That's all I can say about that one. Big Chief, if you want to give out a mop, I'd honestly have to say I'd go with Giannis. if you want to talk about most valuable player to a team and franchise, I guess we can, put those in the same sentence.
Yes.
We're not giving away trophies for free. We're not giving them away because you're the most popular player. Okay? Ever since Joel Embiid came into the league, he was hitting on Rihanna, and then everybody knew him for that. The dude's always hurt. I told you, Romero, this is the Doc Rivers tag. This happens every single time Doc Rivers gets to a team. The big on that team is the best player. It's the system he runs in. For some reason, look at the Clippers. Who are the two bigs that played better than they ever have anywhere else and without anybody else? Come on now. Blake never played better with anybody else. Who everybody here has called DeAndre Jordan trash. He's never played better with anybody else other than Doc Rivers. There was a big down in Orlando when he took that team to the playoffs. He left the league after Doc. I forget his name. I was looking it up earlier, but he left the league after Doc Rivers left. All I'm saying is all you're seeing now is Joel Embiid just fall right in line with the rest of the bigs in that system. I would be more inclined to say that he's great after Doc Rivers leaves because he was not good with Brett Brown as his coach. LeBron was great regardless of whatever coach was on the team. Michael Jordan was great, period. Kobe didn't care about the coach. He was great. Joel Embiid needed a coach for you guys to see the MVP in him. We see Jason Tatum on his third coach now. The dude is always getting better. So here's my point. Joker was the best NBA MVP player this season. If you want a bunch of different people to get it, Romero, I mean, that's cool. Not in the NBA. I mean, it can't be more simple than that. You said the stats. I don't even have to repeat them. I believe when Karl Malone won those 2 years that Jordan left, him and John Stockton were almost. I'm sorry. Jordan was there, but Karl Malone beat him out because Karl Malone played better in those seasons than he had in his whole career. And Karl Malone earned those MVPs. The only one that shocked me, and Big Chief, this will go to you, and do you really believe in those 2 years Steve Nash won the award that he was better than Shaq? When Shaq was averaging 30 a game and they were, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they were a top 3 or 4 seed?
No.
That's the only time I had a question. But other than that, that's really how I feel, fellas.
Yeah. So Anthony Price says that's like Cup should have gotten the MVP or Henry before he got injured, but MVP is a quarterback award. Precisely. That's exactly how I think it's got to go to somebody else. It should go to somebody else. But all right, so we're going to talk. We might be here for a while, fellas, because the Miami Heat bounced back last night.
I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
In a big way. In a big way. Where the heck happened to the Sixers? What happened to James Harden?
What you got to say, Romero? What you got to say, man? What happened
to them? That's
Romero, what happened to James Harden, man? What happened to James
Harden? James Harden is being James Harden. This is what he does. There's no consistency. We already know this. I mean, we haven't discovered something new about him. This is what he does. He comes off a great game, and then the following game, he does a disappearing act. And I mean, it doesn't help that Joel Embiid is out there playing with a bad eye. This guy.
Playing basketball. He's a pirate playing basketball. Now he's a pirate. Okay. He got a mask.
More to say when he's
this is Joel Embiid playing basketball now.
Anyhow, look, Miami should win this series. I mean, the fact that you guys are struggling to beat a Philly team that is pretty much just limping to the finish line. I mean, you were the number 1 seed, Joey. Need I remind you? You were the number 1 seed. So you should be handling Philly in this series. Not surprising.
All right, big boy.
Let me get on this. Oh, the Heat didn't bounce back. Philly just played like Philly. Joel Embiid is once again injured. Just like you said, Big Chief. The best ability is availability, and he's not available 100%. And whose team is Philadelphia's? It is Embiid's, which means that James Harden is player number 2. He is Luigi in this here game. If Big Boy ain't playing, guess what? Little bro ain't balling out either. How you gonna expect to win the game? We only have 3 people crack the double digits, but not even 20 points. Only 3 people on your team got double digits, but none of them cracked 20 points. You ain't gonna win a game. You're not gonna win a game. The Heat, on the other hand, ball the same way they always do. Bam got some. Buckets got some. Even PJ Tucker got 10 points. He's like, hold on, let me get the ball in the hoop a few times. This is a guy that came out of nowhere. I didn't even know who he was till that game existed. Struss popped out on the screen, man. He just started draining some buckets. But I'm watching that game. I'm like, Philly doesn't even want to play there. They wish they never got out the bus. They was doing the same thing I was doing, spectating. That's it. I watched that game. It was literally men against boys out there. Somebody had switched the settings to rookie on the game for them because Miami did whatever they wanted. The first quarter was 19-31. I was like, that's it. They set the tone for the game. They ain't going to let off the gas. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
All right. So I got to say is that, first off, like, don't count James Harden. Hey, I like James Harden. People say, oh, he's a one-hit wonder. I get he's a one-hit wonder. But, you know, he can have the guy to take over. He can take over the game when he can. He just doesn't do it all the time. He should. He has the availability to do that. But this series hasn't even stopped. To me, this series hasn't started. Miami won 3 games at home. Philly's won 2 games at home. Philly wins tomorrow night. They win another game at home. Philly, all they are doing is exactly what Wallace told me offline was they defended their home court. They're defending their home court. But my thing is where is Bam? Because Bam has not played that great of a series. I almost had to put an APB out for Bam. Anybody seen him? Where's been Bam? I haven't seen him. He's supposed to be this big guy, big dude to take over this team, hold this team. Kyle Lowry's chilling on the bench, ain't going to play tomorrow night. He's going to be out probably this whole series. So you stop Butler, you win. Where's Tyler Hero in this so far in this series? I haven't seen him in this series anywhere. You have to get support from these no-namers like a Max Struss, like a Gabe Vincent. Because where are your stars? Where are your big stars? I can say the same thing from Philadelphia. Danny Green. Where's Danny Green been in this series? Nowhere. DeAndre Jordan, please. Just because you're wearing Clipper colors don't mean you have to act like you were with the Clippers. Where are these guys at? Paul Millsap. Hello? Paul Millsap, anybody? Put a San Antonio jersey on, you're shooting crazy. So, anyways, that's my opinion. Let's see what Tuwal's got to say about this.
Let me just jump on this real quick. Let me bring Joel Embiid back. Okay, Romero said he had one eye. All right, my name is Joel Embiid. I just want James Harden to take more shots and be more aggressive. And Rihanna, when you get a chance, hit me up. I can use my one eye and take you out. All right. Any other questions? All right. I gotta go. Oh wait, and Ben Simmons is trash. Okay. Anyway, so so you're saying where was Paul Millsap? The dude's 38 years old. He's doing exactly what he should be doing. And yeah, keep my name Joel Embiid because I'm about to do it to Joel Embiid and throw everybody under the bus. James Harden is not aggressive and consistent enough and not in great shape. He's not built like Tom Brady and them. Tyrese Maxey, he's just young and he doesn't know the moment. You talked about where Bam is. I'm glad you said that because Bam and PJ Tucker have been guarding the wing like crazy. Offensively, Bam's never going to give you 20, but what he's going to do is get you 2 or 3 steals a game with 2 or 3 blocks a game. Go back and look at the numbers, man. Go ahead, Romero. You can shake your head all you want to. It's all good.
What's Udonis Haslem doing?
Udonis Haslem is a bench leader. What you mean? He's a bench leader. He's there when the dudes are losing their minds. He's there to slap somebody. Let's get back to work.
You mean when the guys want to fight their coach? Is that why Udonis Haslem is there to kind of hold them back?
Oh, you bring up old stuff. Maybe if LeBron and Carmelo was willing to fight, they coach should be more fight with the Lakers. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being Joel Embiid, so I'm throwing everybody under the bus.
Look, you asked where Bam is.
His name out your mouth.
Okay, Will Smith. Okay, Will Geek Smith.
You're asking for where Bam is. In 32 minutes, Bam is averaging only 7 boards with less than a block a game.
Trash.
And averaging in in points, 17 points, 18 points in 5 games.
Trash.
He's not a star scorer like that. But no, but hold on.
I don't know, Joey. I don't know.
Hold on. I never once came on here and said Bam was gonna get you 30 a game.
You said Bam
last episode.
Triple-double or double-double machine, 20 and 10.
He can be a 20 and 10 guy. That's what I said.
Where is he at in this playoffs?
Where he at?
He's not needed right now in this playoffs. Where are we at?
He is needed in this playoffs.
Hold on. First of all, we play team ball. We don't need a guy to score 40 a night, even though Jimmy Butler has done that.
Jimmy Butler is averaging 27 points a game.
Okay. And then we got at least 4 other guys averaging over 10. So I'm just saying, it is a team game. When you got a full team, you got one guy who goes off the other night. Okay, we don't want to talk about game 2. Oh, whose night was that? That was Tyler Hero get over 25 points that night. You know what I'm saying? So it varies. If I'm not mistaken, game 1, wasn't it Gabe Vincent who went for like 15 points and then had like 8-9 assists? I'm just saying it varies. Now, unlike the MVP award, this is what should vary is talent on your team and keeping it going. And they had a team meeting and they apologized for game 4 because that's the game they didn't think that they should have lost. But that was the one game where, and I got messages from Big Chief. Wait, can I go back real quick?
I just do it.
No. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see if it works.
He's got receipts.
I'll say it.
No. Like you said, he got receipts. Where's the Sports Day TV? Okay, there it is right there. Hold on. Oh, wait, listen.
James Harden again for 3. James Harden again for 3. It's over. Here come James Harden again, buddy.
And your obsession with James Harden is hilarious. Okay, now, was there a period of 6 years where James Harden was one of the most lethal offensive players on the court? Absolutely. Should he be one of the top 75 players of all time? No. Thank you. Okay, this is one of the things Romero agree on. They changed the rules, and now all of a sudden he's a pure point guard.
He's not getting those fouls. He's not getting the free throw line anymore.
The dude went from averaging over 13 free throw shots a game to 6.
Not no more.
Not no more.
He's averaging.
Got to work for it now.
In 5 games, he's averaging 6 free throws a game.
Yeah. Now, if you look 10 years ago, he's averaging between 11 and 13 free throws a game.
Yep, twice as many.
But the last couple of years with the rule change, it's like, oh man, we ain't down with the spot.
Point average.
Oh, and I think his point average went down to like 21, 22, maybe if it's that high, because he was at 30, 31, right? Remember?
Yep.
So
big drop off.
But look, I understand why people love James Harden. That's not how I roll. I like two-way players. Kawhi Leonard is probably my favorite two-way player because his dominance on defense is obvious. I know there was a lot of D's in there. You guys try that. His dominance on defense was dominant. And his offense came along. See, you do realize that when Kawhi Leonard was balling, Big Chief, he didn't score like that.
But that was before the Clipper curse, though.
No. This was before he was in San Antonio. That dude was averaging like 8, 15 points a game when he had Tim Duncan on the team.
Keep my Clippers out your mouth.
Hey, I'm not hating. I'm Joel Embiid. I talk about everybody live. I am Joel Embiid. I will talk about everybody. And Brett Brown need to clean his drawers because we used to smell his farts when he was coaching. I'm Joel Embiid. I talk about everybody.
Wait. Is that a real quote?
Yeah, is that really a quote?
I'm Joel Embiid. I'll talk about everybody.
Wow. You just made that up, huh?
And Elton Brand used to sell flowers outside the stadium, outside the Clipper Stadium. That's why he's doing stuff in Philadelphia that don't make no sense.
So, what is the plus and minus in the stats column? Does anybody know?
Actually, that's the point.
The Bucks?
No, just the plus and minus in the stats column, because I want to say James Harden is a -2.5. Embiid's a -5, but then like if you go to Jimmy Butler, he's +8. So does that mean that when James Harden's on the floor, you automatically lose by 2? Or
yeah, because of 4 and the 2. Technically, yes. So James Harden, his offensive skill set with the people on the floor that he has with him is outplaying James Harden and Joel Embiid, whether if they're on or off the floor together.
Now, if the Greek Greek geek can interject.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I mean, from an analytic standpoint, James Harden was pretty effective. In fact, that's why I think Daryl Morey has given him multiple opportunities. You know, back in Houston and now with Philly. Statistically, Harden was very effective, but it's pretty obvious that he's slowing down. He's not getting the easy calls anymore, and that's obviously working against his stat line. I personally would not give James Harden an extension because it's clearly obvious that he's slowing down. I think we've seen the best of James Harden. So I would not extend him if I was Philly. I put all my eggs in Embiid and build around him. And I just don't think Harden and him could coexist just based on playing styles. So
I understand and completely agree, but let me play devil's advocate. You trade Ben Simmons. You're not going to not re-sign him, but you can't re-sign him to the max. Now, what we can't expect is James Harden from Houston or the sixth man James Harden. What we can expect is a guy who obviously learned how to play the point guard position from CP3, because that's what I noticed from him and the way he picks his spots now. He's trying to play like CP3, except CP3 is a better mid-range shooter than James Harden. So if James Harden's going to fully commit to being the point guard, be like, look, let's have you shave off 25 pounds. Let's change your diet. Let's keep you from smoking. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's a smoker, no joke. And then let's see what happens as you playing the point guard and completely changing the back half of your career if you want to play another 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, just playing devil's advocate to what I completely 100% agree with what Romero said. But if I had to, take the ace away from the queen, you know what I'm saying? I just had to play this side. What do you think?
Yeah, they definitely have some decisions to make after the season. I get it. They gave up Ben Simmons in order to get Harden, and you don't want to be left empty-handed. But you don't compound a problem by making adding a guy that's going to be counterproductive to what you want to do. So I think Philly, if they're smart about it, we go back to the trust the process scenario where theoretically I think they're going to potentially fire Doc Rivers.
They have to.
So, I mean, new coach, new philosophy, and I guess depending on the coach that they hire, that will determine what direction they go.
Sure. Now, Big Chief, you have a personal relationship with Doc Rivers at this point. You're a Clippers fan. You have been a Clippers fan for a while. What do you think Doc Rivers should do if and when he loses his job?
Go to the front office.
For the 76ers?
Wherever. Go to the front office for Orlando. Go to the front office for the 76ers. Go to the front office for Boston. Ask Danny Ainge if he can get a front office job, because I think he can be a great general manager. He can be a great vice president of operations. I just think his coaching himself is passed by. It's just passed him by now. It's time to retire from coaching and go up there. Go. Every coach has done it. Every coach has gone up to the point where it's time to look, you know what? I'm not coaching no more, but I'm going to help out, and I'm going to be an executive vice president of talent of operations or something, to where if you need me for the draft, who I think will be a great player in the draft, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Go in the office. Go relax and enjoy your family and go enjoy your kids. You won a ring. It's not like he's chasing a ring. He's not chasing Phil Jackson's record. He's not chasing anything. He's not trying to get a ring because he's never coached a ring. He took the Celtics to a championship, so he has the coaching ring.
More like KG took the Celtics to a championship. But yeah, Doc's tired, man. His horse. He needs a cough drop. Give the man a vacation. I'm just tired of hearing that hoarse voice of his. It's not all Embiid's fault. There's others.
It's funny you say that, Romero. But at the same time, I think Big Chief just framed a beautiful question for Big Boy. So, Big Boy, if he's not chasing rings, he's not chasing Phil Jackson, if he's not chasing wins, what do you think Doc Rivers is actually chasing?
I think he's chasing himself. He's just trying to chase the negativity about his inability to coach in the playoffs. If there's anything worth chasing for him at that point, it's that. You take that away, he a made man. You don't got to chase nothing else.
I totally agree.
He might have an opportunity. That the whole Game 7 pressure. He has that. On his back, so he may have an opportunity. Maybe he gets that monkey off his back against Miami in a Game 7. We'll see.
Wow.
But that could be what it is. Change the narrative as far as his winning Game 7s.
Okay, then I got a question for all three of you guys. And then I think Daniel will go on to the next topic. Do you really honestly believe that the Philadelphia 76ers will win 2 out of the next 3 games to steal the series from the Miami?
No.
Anything's possible. In the words of KG, anything is possible.
I think that they could win 2 of the next 2 games because all they got to do is win 2. They win 2, they win the series. but do I think so? I think they could. I think this is going 7. I don't think Miami's beating Philly and Philly. I think this is going to go 7, and we're all going to say wonder what's going on with Doc because it's meant to go 7.
Okay, then green light me right here, big boy. One case, one bet. We will settle this one way or another. Either you pay me or I pay you. Miami will win Game 6. I'm calling it. You take the bet?
With you.
Are you taking the bet, Big Chief? One case.
I don't have the board. The board is packed up right now.
No, it's all good. I'll take a 6-pack. All right. Green light, baby.
I'll take it. I'll take the bet. I'll take the bet because I'm a betting man. I'll take the bet.
All right. And Romero, I bet you a case that your Lakers won't play a game in this playoffs. How about take the bet? Take the bet.
Get my Lakers name out your mouth.
All right. So I got a question for you guys. And this is coming from Anthony. Can you see James Harden being 6 men off the bench? Can you see him saying, you know what, my role now it should be a 6-man?
That might be a role that he might have to consider because given the shape that he's in and his lack of conditioning, he might become a guy that can only play a certain amount of minutes. And you know what? He might be more effective as a guy coming off the bench.
I agree.
It's tough for guys to accept that role, but at some point you have to do it. Carmelo did it. A lot of guys. If you want to extend your career, you're gonna have to try something different.
Big boy.
That to me comes down to how prideful he wants to be in that moment. Because some people will try to hold out to see if they can get something else. I feel like him being 6-man is definitely something he's going to have to learn to do and accept if he wants to stay in the league. But the way he is now, I think he still wants to be a top dog on the team. So I think that will be something that happen next year, but maybe the year or 2 years after that.
Okay. Big 2 outs.
I completely concur with the crew here. Depending on the shape that he does or doesn't get in, I lean to what Romero was saying. If he sticks to the shape that he's in, hey, he might win that 6-man award 2 more times playing in that shape. Because the dude can come off the bench and get you 21, 22, and 5 or 6 to 9 assists a game, and then kind of help out Maxey be the guy. But if he loses weight and comes back, we don't know how dangerous James Harden can become. And going to a big boy set, his conditioning and everything like that. Let's see what he can do. I think he can be dangerous in that position.
So I totally agree with everything all around. However, I think also is this: if he really, 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 really wants to win a ring before his career is over, he needs to accept the 6-man award, 6-man role, go to a team that doesn't need him to have a 40-point game, a 35-point game. Go to a team. You can go to the Lakers. Go to Miami.
No. Why do you guys keep trying to push all these old farts onto Miami?
Yeah, we got enough old guys ourselves.
Look.
We don't need any more old guys.
I can see it just to help transition a little bit. But just help extend the window a little bit.
I'm not saying he has to start in Miami. I'm saying if you go to a team that has the talent there, go to Milwaukee.
Send him to Miami.
Send him to Miami.
That guy's excited.
You know why?
Okay.
You know why I want to send him to Miami? Because I want to buy 2 wallets of James Harden.
Yeah. I'll tell him right now. Pat Riley said, "Get out of here with that ish.
I'm gonna buy.
We don't want no old bums in Miami that don't hustle."
I'm gonna buy him.
A lot of great strip clubs in Miami.
Yeah, and he's paying college tuitions and giving riches at strip clubs. We don't need that in Miami. Okay.
I'm gonna buy him a Pat Riley. I'm gonna buy you a James Harden jersey when he goes to Miami.
Now I knock you. I will say this. Do you guys want to know what the culture is all about? From the top all the way down to the last man on the roster, everybody's after it. Everybody's hustling. Don't be surprised if PJ Tucker gets a 2-year, $20 million deal next year. Why? Look at the way that dude plays. Look at the way he fits in the system. He can play switch defender just like everybody else can. And notice the guys that don't do it that well, they're at the bottom of the bench, including the guy who just got $90 million, who's probably going to get traded if Victor Oladipo decides to come back.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, you guys got to be in the culture, man. You guys, both of y'all got to get out of that LA culture, man. That New York hard physical. I get that. What the culture of Miami, I get that. But y'all boys out in LA, man, y'all just so fresh and so clean in your Rolls Royces and your fresh Hondas and your new Monte Carlos, man. Y'all, man, come on, man.
Monte Carlo.
Man, y'all got to get with it, man. Get out of the Monte Carlo, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm rolling in my 6'4", you know what I'm saying?
Rolling in my 6'4". And
on it.
Yeah. But no, tell your Miami fans if they can get there on time. You know, the game starts at 7, not 7:30. You know,
somebody's eating Big Boy right now.
I'm the last guy ready to say anything about anyone being fashionably late because I'm always late to the party, as you guys know.
So, all right, guys. So we got like 5 minutes to go. Let's give your final thoughts.
My Yankees again.
What? Yeah, your Yankees did. I think they won today.
Yep, 3-5. Yeah, 3-5.
Your Yankees have won today. So
I think Oakland lost again.
They still have a team.
Yes, for now. We're waiting until we move to Vegas. We're waiting. And also talking about plus minus, Greek Freak is at -5. It shows how tired he gets when he doesn't have another defender on the floor with him.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
The Greek geek appreciates that stat line. Thank you, Joey.
I'm just saying. You know.
Anything you're looking forward to, Romero, this week?
Yeah, man. The Keens are surprising everyone. Hopefully they can pull it off in advance. Yeah, man. I'm excited about hockey again.
Yeah. I found my love for hockey. As we speak right now, the Rangers just scored. So now it's 2-1. Here come the Rangers. Hopefully coming back. Yes, I'm just getting to that right now. Milwaukee is down 6.
Greek Freak is gonna bring them back. Going down by 5.
Yeah.
And right now his plus minus is -7. So it's getting worse with him on the floor without, demand.
So but what I'm
Hey, hold on, no. I'm sorry. I love the Greek Freak, okay? I really do. I love that style of play. I'll never knock it.
Don't you slander that, man.
Even Shaq couldn't do it alone.
Yeah.
He had Penny, he had Wade, Shaq played with a bunch of greats. He played with LeBron, but of course LeBron's not that great, so they didn't do nothing. He got Wade, he got with Kobe.
You just had to slander LeBron.
You daggone right I did.
At least once. Are you happy now?
You're gosh darn right I did.
Sorry. So
you need me on that wall. Sorry. All right.
You put me on that wall.
So off topics, let me get you a couple movies I'm looking forward to. Anthony's also said, did anybody see that new Marvel movie? I have not seen Doctor Strange.
Not yet. No spoilers.
I have not.
Oh no.
I have not seen it yet. However, I am finishing Moon Knight, so I'm waiting. I think I did first 3 episodes in. So, but what I'm actually looking forward to is 2, because this is two sports movies. One on Disney Plus in June is about the Giannis
Yes.
and Antetokounmpo
I
brothers.
saw the trailer on that.
I
Looks
saw that
pretty
that
good.
was a very good trailer. So if you haven't got a chance to see that trailer, and another trailer I saw today was on Netflix. Adam Sandler plays a scout for the Philadelphia 76ers, and it looks like they go get, and this might be a true story, this might not, because this dude looked like that 7-foot tall guy from what's that? The dude, did he play for Utah or did he play for? It was they called him. They had him. It was a funny name, like the big
Bobo.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Nigeria. His daddy used to play in the NBA, man. If that's a real story, I'm watching.
So,
and I like my twin. I gotta watch movies. My twin is
son.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think that is something. It looked like him. As far as the preview go, I saw the preview this morning on Netflix. It comes out in June. Those are 2 good sports movies that I'm looking forward to. I can't wait for that. And we see that here come Milwaukee. Hey, Milwaukee's going to come back in this series.
It's still 63-69.
Greek Freak will take over in the 4th quarter.
I hope so, because I don't, honestly, I just need the series to go 7. So when Miami closes out the game, they get an extra day of rest.
Yeah. So the Rangers just tied it up right now. So I can't wait to watch the end of this game. Real quick, I got a question here. What's the crazy beef between Gobert and Shaq? Does anybody know what is going on with Rudy Gobert and Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, Rudy Gobert gets paid more than $18 million a year to not play both sides of the ball. Look, I'm one who likes defensive players, but like I said, I like two-way players. Every single time Joel Embiid gets in the playoffs, dude is trash. He's trash. He said that is Shaq said that's the most worthless contract I've ever seen. Now, because the relationship's not good between Rudy Gobert and Mitchell, now Mitchell wants out of Utah. You know what? I can't blame him. Why would anybody want to play with that dude? He plays too much. He don't take nothing seriously. And it's obvious on the court he's only gifted on being tall. Him and JaVale McGee are the same player, except he's a better athlete than JaVale McGee. That's it. That's why Shaq be on that dude.
I believe the beef originated because Gobert said that he could actually stop Shaq.
He can't stop.
He wouldn't stand a chance.
He would get eaten alive.
He can't stop. You really think Shaq ain't gonna put all 295, 320 pounds into that gut? He'll end up on his butt.
All Gobert has to go back and look at highlights of what he did to David Robinson, what he did to Mutombo. Well,
I'll put it to you like this:
guys that are similar in physique. Sean Bradley, what does Shaq do to those guys?
Rudy Gobert couldn't stop Dwight Howard in his prime, and that dude wasn't even offensively gifted. He learned late in his career how to manipulate the paint. Dwight Howard in his prime would take out Rudy Gobert. Period.
Oh.
All right. So, again, thanks for everything for watching. Anthony, thank you very much. We love you. We love that you're watching for this show. Yeah, thank you. Make sure you share it. Share it. Go on YouTube and share it. Subscribe on YouTube as well. Share this to all your friends and tell them Wednesday night, new time for the summer right now, is going to be 7:30 Eastern to 8:30-ish. Maybe a little bit over, no later than 9. For about an hour and a half. Coastal Bros, all 4 of us come around. We'll be around here. We're talking everything we can. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share this up. Share this with all your friends. Tell them you got some crazy dudes talking crazy stuff about sports. But yes, Golden State.
Yeah, that might be
WNBA, baby.
The WNBA is back.
Oh.
I mean, my team losing right now, but I mean, it is the defending champ. So
I swore I thought that was the Warriors. Like the Warriors.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that series might be over tonight.
No, it's all good because I know you guys aren't into the WNBA fans. So let me school you real quick. See that little Liberty symbol? That's New York Liberty. See this here? That looks like the Warriors to y'all. That is the Chicago Sky, my friend.
Oh yeah,
learn something new every day.
Yep. Oh, and she didn't retire, Romero. Parker is playing.
I thought she was gonna retire. That's my favorite player. I like the Sparks, but I find it's Candace Parker. So I will be going for the Chicago Sky again, like I did last year. But thanks for everybody for watching. We'll hope you guys tune in next week. Be on the lookout. We'll be around. Hey, I really forget.
Hey, man, bring back Brittany Griner, man.
Brittany Griner needs to come back.
Is she out of Russia yet?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Real quick. Tomorrow. Be on the lookout either sometime tomorrow afternoon or evening, or possibly Friday morning. We are going to have a pre-recorded show about the NFL schedule that drops tomorrow. That's why we didn't get into today as far as where some of the international games are.
Cowboys got an easy schedule, baby.
International games, we'll get to that.
No, you mean the Cowboys are easy. They sell real quick on the corner. They easy.
Now be careful now. Be careful now.
All right, guys. Before these guys get out of hand and we're on for another half hour, be on the lookout tomorrow on YouTube, specifically just YouTube. NFL reaction schedule. We will. It comes out tomorrow, so check it out. We will. It'll either drop tomorrow night or it will drop sometime on Friday. We will get a reaction as far as what's going on with the schedule. But anyways, guys, talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Once again, thanks for watching, and we are out of here.
Go Kings.
Oh, Rangers, we doing something.